From the heart of the mountain state, he's a voice that can't wait. Wild Bill Austin's in the house tonight, rocking the mic with style and soul. Turn it up loud, let the good times roll. It's Wild Bill Austin.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Wild Bill's World Sunday Showdown. I am your host, Bill Austin. This is my show, whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, or behind the scenes on TikTok. For all our ticker talkers, it's great to have you here. This is the fastest podcast on the internet where the absurd always meets the extraordinary. And as we move through the show tonight, it's a lot of fun. We have all kinds of neat things to do. We have trivia questions. We have information about music. We have comedy and health hints and all kinds of neat stuff. So you want to hang out, and I'll fill you in on everything that we have, our giveaways and all that. But before we get started and into the show, ladies and gentlemen, we need to sound the alarms and brace ourselves, because storming into Wild Bill's world like a marching band with a mission comes a force of nature dressed in boots and boldness. Ladies and gentlemen, West Virginia Call of Duty Vice Clan Master. She doesn't take no lip from a nobody, on air or off air. Ladies and gentlemen, make way, make noise, and stand at attention for my co-host, General Joe.
Well, the night's getting hot, and the band's in the groove. General Joe's here. She's
Make it. All right.
Hello from Swansea, Wild Bill. How's life treating you tonight?
Life is good. Life is good. I'm glad things are good there in Swansea. I'm excited about tonight's show. I hope you are.
Yes, we've been leveling up our empire all week, haven't we? And just wrapped up a war in Call of Duty. It's a sad war. It's a sad time.
You know, sometimes in gaming, you are the windshield. Sometimes you are the bug. And unfortunately, this was one of our weeks where we just had an absolutely hard time. So, yeah, we'll find out more about how we did. Yeah, you might want to close your ears on that part. Take the kids out of the room.
Absolutely.
Take the grandparents and turn their hearing aids down, because I don't know if anybody wants to hear that.
I don't think they do. And tonight's show also features chances for you to win prizes with Name That Tune, Rock Trivia, plus we will spin the wheel of prizes too.
All of that on the show tonight. And we have This Week in Music History, YouTube Hall of Fame. As usual, we'll have a special sports shout-out update tonight. And we also have, of course, the 102 Jock of the Week.
And you can find all the information at billaustinmedia.com. It's always a toss-up on who's going to join us tonight also, but hang around for some fun stuff. But first, we have to say thank you to all of our viewers.
So thank you, viewers, for all of you who check us out and support us every week, who are there for us. We thank you. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and make sure that you definitely share this content with your friends. That's one of the most important things that you can do that helps us out a lot. And if you like the show, you enjoy it, you can always go to billaustinmedia.com and to the Support Us tab, and there's ideas there for ways that you can support the show, and we appreciate that.
We do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep, we do it all. We do it all for you. And we started with like a handful of people, and now we're growing and growing. We've been getting over 600 views per episode. So as we move on, that's really, really happy and positive. We hope that this continues to grow, and we hope that people go ahead and give us some support. So, alrighty, are we ready for round one?
Absolutely.
All right,
Here we
round
go.
one coming up. It is very first, the Jock of the Week for 102 The Peach.
Can you guess?
Yes, so let's explain 102 The Peach. About 4 months ago, 3 months ago, I don't know. Anyway, Joe and I decided that we were going to start a radio station. And so we did. It's called 102 The Peach. And so we staffed it with jocks. We have the morning jock. His name is Jerry King. We have Peachy Keen is on middays. Joe and I do the afternoon show. And then it's our buddy in the evening time. His name Big Daddy G. He comes in, does the night show. And then Forrest does the overnight. So we've got a full of jocks for the week. And then we've got weekend jocks. So we've got a full lineup for the weekend, and that's what keeps us really, really busy, taking care and servicing that radio station. And so what we like to do is draw attention to that. You can find it at BillAustinMedia.com. Just look for the tab that says 102 The Peach, and you can make requests and do all kinds of neat stuff there. But that's what we wanted to promote, so we came up with the Jock of the Week, the 102 Jock of the Week. And we're going to find out who the 102 Jock of the Week is next. But before we actually do that, hold on.
For the 102, the Peach Jock of the Week. Place your bets, no regrets. Greatness at its peak.
There we go. We had to have our intro. Greatness at its peak. And remember, Wild Bill's World is brought to you by EV Mux, streaming us to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Kick, and a whole lot more. You can find EV Mux and links in the description below.
And Wild Bill's World is a production of Bill Austin Media, and you can visit BillAustinMedia.com for more information.
So when you go to BillAustinMedia.com, you're going to see a lot of different things. You're going to go ahead, and we'll go over this later in the show. I'll take you on a little tour of the new website, because for those who are paying attention and knew last week, I was a dumbass and totally eliminated and deleted our entire website.
I still don't know how you managed to do that. That's quite impressive.
Oh, yeah, that was
Quite annoying.
Man, I'm no holds barred, right? I go big or go home.
You did. You were deleting like a crazy fool.
I was, and man, it got out of hand.
It
And
did.
somebody almost got hurt. The police, were called, and the entire website is gone. So I've had to rebuild that. And that's what we have coming up. I'm going to take you on a little tour of the website a little bit later on. But one thing you're going to see in the website is the Keen Source. So the Keen Source at BillAustinMedia.com has a family section and it has an adult section. So there's two different sections in the Keen Source. All right. So Joe, I'm going to let Joe tell you about the adult section.
So in our adult section, you'll discover featured brands like Dr. Ganja, Hot Octopus, and Levant. So if you're over 21 and looking for our premium products and creative media, and there's some members-only deals there too.
That's right. There's also coupon codes and links and all kinds of neat stuff. Plus, you're going to find things in the adult category like Dr. Ganja, which is CBD and hemp products for you and your pets, but it's still over 21. And of course, you can always try coupon code Wild Bill at Dr. Ganja for extra savings. Also, the Hot Octopus and Love Scents, those are adult themed items in there. So that, they're over 21 and they're health items. So you'll find all of the links at BillAustinMedia.com. Just look for the Keen Source, right?
Absolutely. And what other brands do we have at the Keen Source? If you want to find out, go to BillAustinMedia.com and you can find out there.
Yep, we've got a whole family section, which is people who are under 18
Can
can
go.
go and see products. And we have environmental products, like circular products, and a whole lot more, all that. So anyway, a lot of explaining to do tonight, and I know I'm probably running us a little bit behind, but we will catch up as we go. All right, time for the Jock of the Week. Who did you bet on as the Jock of the Week? That's my question. So lately, people have been betting, and some really high stakes bet on the 102 Peach Jock of the Week. All right. So how much did you bet this week, and who it is, ladies and gentlemen? I think we need a drum roll, right? Let me get a drum roll
Get
here.
your drum roll and let's go and find out who it is.
All right, yay! That was a terrible drum roll. And it's a tie this week. It's the Colonel and the General.
It's us.
Yeah, 102 the Peach Afternoon duo. Those guys are nuts. I would definitely keep your distance from them because I hear they do bite. But the afternoon drive on the Peach is Joe and my show. And Joe does the majority of the work. I have to be honest with you. She does almost all the work on it.
That's because you're busy with the rest.
So many other things. Yeah, I have the other 5 jocks to take care of. And so Live Lobby is the live stream we do after our radio show. And it's on TV, and it's actually on our YouTube channel. So we stream our live Call of Duty play every day. And so anyway, that's the afternoon respawn is the Jock of the Week. And if you had that on your bingo board or whatever you have,
Then you've got it.
then you are good. So there we go. And that's the Jock of the Week. All right. Remember to place your bets for next week on who you think it is, and listen to 102 The Peach to find out who the disc jockeys are and learn their names. And we will talk about them every week. All righty. We do have Name That Tune or Name This Tune is coming up next, right, Joe?
Absolutely. So for another chance to win, we'd name that tune. But first, it's a word from those people that make this show possible.
Yay. So, General
Hey
Joe,
there, Wild Bill.
Hey there, General Joe. I got a quick question for you.
You shoot.
Arnie, have you ever heard of Keenly Designed?
Oh, you mean the place where every piece has a story and a second chance?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
know Pamela Keane turns history into style.
That's right. She takes forgotten treasures, vintage Swatch watches, antique brass, repurposed jewelry, and she gives them a glow up, a polished, preserved, and ready for a brand new adventure.
And listeners, almost 6,500 five-star reviews. Keenly Designed is the Etsy shop for retro, restored, and totally unforgettable jewelry.
That's right. Seriously, just hit keenlydesign.etsy.com, or you can also scan the code on your screen. You can snag a piece that's got real history.
And as always, get the full scoop on Keenly Designed and all our other sponsors at BillAustinMedia.com.
Keenly
I tend to do it as
Designed,
good
where
as
every
you.
piece has a past and a story to tell, right?
All right, enough talking. Let's go to Name That Tune.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
New music.
That's our brand new jingle. That's our brand new intro into the bit. You want to hear it again?
Absolutely, I do.
Ready? Hear it again. Here we go. Listen to this, folks.
Reach for the stars and land on the moon. Time right now for Name This Tune.
Reach for the stars and land on the moon. That was old Casey Kasem used to say, reach for the stars and land on the moon. And anyway, my little tribute. See, if you watch the show, if you are really, really into broadcast history, you are going to find all kinds of little references that you'd be like, he just referenced Wolfman Jack, or, anyway. That's what we do here. Old time radio broadcasting dude. That's who I am. And that's what we do with Name That Tune. And grab your trivia brains because that's what time it is. It's time for what we say. We like to bring a little rock and roll sunshine into Wild Bill's world. Righty? And switch gears with the Name This Tune. And we just recently renamed it to Name This Tune because my brother was like, you need to name it, rename it, Name This Tune. And he's smart. So do what he said. So it's called Name This Tune, right?
All right, it's time for your shot at a prize. Can you name this tune? Be the first to type the song title in the chat, and we'll send you a Peachy Keen album.
That's right. Peachy Keen albums. There are over 20 albums to choose from. And so we will send that to you, and you can always re-gift it if you like. It is, I mean, we're far from Christmas, but people have birthdays and weddings and, anniversaries and all kinds of stuff like that.
And
But every
Easter's
week,
coming up, isn't it? So,
yeah. So every week we take music from the Peachy Keen Experience, and you can find the music on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, all of the major platforms. And we pick one of the Peachy Keen songs. Now, remember, I've produced over 200 songs that are out there that are on albums. And so, it's a big library for you to have to learn. But the more you listen, the more you will learn, and the luckier you will get. So, are we ready, Joe?
let's get ready. Let's go.
All righty, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, name
Name
this
that tune.
tune.
City sirens, concrete heat, same old ground, same old street. Close my eyes and drift instead. There's an island in my head. Palm trees sway to a baseline low. Solitaire where my worries go. I don't need a plane ticket, yeah, just a rhythm and a sunset. Island in my head, I go there. Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near. Boss man yelling, phone won't rest. Deadlines climbing on my chest. I breathe deep, smile instead, catch a wave inside my head. Steel drums echo through my mind. Every fear I leave behind. Freedom don't need sand or sea, it starts with me. Island in my head, I go there. Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near. Oh, yeah. Island in my head, I go there. Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near.
Yeah, anytime it feels unfair. Anytime the world feels unfair. You can go to the island.
Boss man yelling, phone won't rest. Deadlines climbing on my chest. I breathe deep, smile instead, catch a wave inside my head. Steel drums echo through my mind. Every fear I leave behind. Freedom don't need sand or sea, it starts with me. Island in my head, I go there. Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near. Oh, yeah. Island in my head, I go there. Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near. Oh, island in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime the world feels unfair. Island in my head, so clear, peace is always near.
There we go.
Well, we have
Anytime
one answer, but it's not correct.
That's all right. We will keep moving. We will take it. Somebody will make it. Somebody gonna get it. And by the way,
City
that
silence,
is
concrete
from
heat.
97.7 The Island.
Same old
That is one of our radio
Close my eyes
stations.
and drifting.
And
Reach for
so
the stars.
that's one of our radio stations. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later on. That's our reggae station. So if you think that's pretty cool, name that tune and you'll win a free Peachy Keen album of your choice, whatever you like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been blabbering a lot. I know I'm running us behind, Joe, but I apologize. It is time,
No
though, now
change.
for, yeah, no big change, for COD Mobile Update of the Week.
Woohoo!
And now it's time for the afternoon Respawn Live Lobby Call of Duty Clip of the Week.
All right, it is the Call of Duty Clip of the Week. Joe, I got to get my Colonel's
You
hat
do
and my
need to get ready.
and my
So,
Colonel's glasses on. We do this, ladies and gentlemen. We live stream our Call of Duty every day from 6 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tell them about it, Joe.
Thank you. Tune in and watch the West Virginia esports team crush it. Well, not necessarily this week. In Call of Duty on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Kick, Monday through to Friday from 6 to 7 Eastern. There you go.
That's right. And we do stuff like we do giveaways and all kinds of neat stuff. So make sure that you check it out. If you like watching game action, then we normally do pretty well. But you must be watching Tuina. Tuina, you got to watch her, right?
You do. You definitely do. Well, we didn't
Get
do
ready.
that well for
All
the
right, well,
last
here we
couple
go.
of weeks.
All right, let's tell everybody. All righty. So this week was, and this is some of the action below. You'll see some of the action. This week was a really difficult week for us.
Certainly was. It was a very hard week.
We actually came in
Fourth.
fourth.
I know. So
And
sad.
you know, we if we weren't busy with all of our radio stations, our TV station, because the cat's getting out of the bag. We told people we would have a big announcement this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will later on in the show a super big announcement. If you like the peach, hang on tight because I think I've already blown it by giving away a little, you know.
You could always give away too much.
I know. I just blab about it. But anyway, as we move on, yeah, I've got a big announcement later on. But yeah, we didn't do that well. Fourth this week. Who were the leaders on our leaderboard, Joe? Who do we give shout outs to?
We got to give shout out to Death Wish that came in third. Nice one,
Way to
Death
go,
Wish.
Death Wish. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. Cheek Claps come in second.
Way to go. GG.
And the usual came in first. Nice one, dude.
Harrison.
Harrison. Nice
Dude.
one, team. Thanks, guys. Thanks for trying so hard.
You rock. Maybe next week we'll have a little bit of a better luck. And you know, we've still got a lot of work to do on our big project that we've been working on and that we're going to tell you about here, our big announcement later on. And I don't think they know the full scope of it, Joe. I don't think
Well-
they know the full scope, but they're going to find out. We do have Rock History coming up next, where we're going to tell you what happened this day and this week in rock history. But before we get there, we want to say thank you to the people who support us and who have helped us out. It's Brewers Row in Charleston. Brewers Row is the hottest new hotspot on Summer Street. There's 3 amazing breweries that they have. It's Bad Shepherd Beer Company. Also the Short Story Brewing and 5 Street Brewing. So all of those at in downtown Charleston, and you can get that information if you like at brewersrow.com. And so we thank you. And plus, Joe, tell them what this is.
Oh, that's the passport.
Yep, this is
So-
the passport you can take.
If you go to each of the 3 breweries, get yourself a stamp there, and you'll get one of these 3 free pint glasses.
I should have been a hand model.
You
That was my
should.
goal in life,
Maybe not.
to be a hand model. So anyway, check them out, Brewers Row, Charleston, and we
Hmm.
thank you and thank them for giving us so much support and helping us out. So now, ladies and gentlemen, guess what?
It's time for This Week in Rock History. Here's your hosts, General Joe and Wild Bill Austin.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to This Week in Music History.
And today we're rewinding the clock to the last week of March. So strap in because this one's packed with legendary moments. Let's kick off the 23rd of March, 1961, and Elvis Presley had his 7th UK #1 single with Wooden Heart.
Wow. Nice. All right. March the 4th, 1965. What happened? The Temptations released It's Growing. It was the follow-up hit to My Girl. The track was the first to feature David Ruffin as the Temptations' new lead singer. And yeah, that really started to propel them. Amazing.
So the 25th of March, 1972, America started a 3-week run at #1 on the US singles chart with their debut hit Horse with No Name. It made #3 in the UK, and the group scored 8 other US top 40 hits during the 70s.
Can you imagine riding in on a horse with no name? How sad that horse would be to not have a name. And I'm sure his feelings or her feelings would be hurt not being identified and just being called a horse, right?
I don't
Anyway, I
know.
think about stuff like that.
No,
Marvin Gaye was at #1 on this day, March 25th, 1969, on the UK singles chart with I Heard It Through the Grapevine. The song was first recorded by the Miracles and also had been a million seller for Gladys Knight and the Pips. And there were tons of people who went ahead and did that over the years, heard it through the grapevine.
27th of March, 1971, Bruce Springsteen and Friendly Enemies opened for the Allman Brothers Band at the Sunshine in Asbury Park in New Jersey.
How amazing. And you know, Bruce is from Asbury Park, New Jersey. But to open for the Allman Brothers Band, how amazing. March 28th, 1964, Madame Tussauds, London, unveiled the waxwork images of the Beatles, the first pop stars to be honored. Madame Tussauds reworked the figures on several occasions throughout the 1960s to reflect the Beatles' ever-changing image.
And we've got the 29th of March, 1978. David Bowie kicked off his Low Heroes 77 Date World Tour at San Diego Sports Arena in San Diego, California.
Hey, and let's not forget some birthdays. People having birthdays this week. Damon Albarn from Blur, the Gorillaz.
We've got Nina on the 24th.
Elton John having a birthday. How about that on the 25th?
Diana Ross on the 26th.
Tony Banks from Genesis, the one that you never hear about, was having a birthday on the 27th.
The 28th, we've got Milan Williams from the Commodores.
Nice. And Chad Allen from the Guess Who is having a birthday on the 29th. So there you go. And you know, the Guess Who is back out on tour. It's like their 60th 60th something tour. Over 60 years ago, they were formed. And they were playing in the late 60s and in the 70s, long before The Who, which a lot of people hear of The Who. But the Guess Who was first around with Randy Bachman, who pronounces his name Bachman, and Barton Cummings, who's one of my favorite heroes. He's one of my heroes. I love that man. And the songs that he sang, and even his solo album. But anyway, they are back on tour. So, and right now, I think they had maybe 2 tour dates in America. I haven't seen anything else, but people are trying to encourage them to come here. But most of their dates are in Canada. Anyway, the Guess Who, and I love those guys. All righty, now it's time to pay a tribute to the people who are content creators, who I also love, right? People that make YouTube go. It's time for the Bill Austin Media YouTube Hall of
Hall of Fame.
The YouTube Hall of Fame with channels that bring the game.
The YouTube Hall of Fame!
Woohoo! So it's time for the YouTube channel Hall of Fame. We introduce a new member every month. And if you head over to our YouTube channel on Wild Bill's World Live, you'll find a full playlist featuring all of our inductees. Well, we'll reveal this month's inductee in just a minute. But first, Wild Bill and I want to tell you about one of our favourite places.
That's right. It's Bill Austin Media and Keen Podcasting. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Nice.
BillAustinMedia.com. So as you know, and I don't know, a lot of you don't know exactly all of the things that Joe and I do. A little bit later on, we're going to tell you a little bit more about all the products that we have. But this show at Bill Austin Media, you will see one of the projects, and you're going to see the website here. If you click on it, you're going to see all of our projects here. And one of the projects that you are going to see, along with our, I got to hide that real quick, along with our live stream, our Sunday Showdown. Got to hide that one too. We got another one coming up. Is the Keen Source, is Keen Advertising and Podcasting. It's the very last thing on here. And what that is that Joe and I do podcast hosting. And if you want to know more, you can go to BillAustinMedia.com and find out about that. But anyway, it is Keen Advertising and Podcasting. And if you know any business owners, doctors, anyone who wants to help their image in the community, then by becoming the guru, then they can give us a call and we can go ahead and help them do stuff like that. Right, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All righty. Here we go. The YouTube Hall of Fame is here. Da-da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube Hall of Fame. And this week it is my friends James and Florence, the dynamic duo, James Patrick and Florence Carmela. Now, this is a podcast that is absolutely amazing. And these guys are really, really cool. They have pop culture, they do celebrity gossip, and everything in between each week. James and Florence dive into exclusive celebrity interviews, right? Really behind the scenes stories and all kinds of neat things, including hot trends making waves in Hollywood. They do.
So James and Florence have been featured on TMZ Live, ESPN, CBS, and many other outlets. They've marketed for celebrities and athletes alike, including Emmitt Smith, Barbara Corcoran of the Shark Tank, and many others. Their true crime channel is back as well, so don't miss it.
That's right. And get ready for unfiltered celebrity opinions, some funny banter, and insider secrets. It is such a wonderful group of people and podcasts that they do. A couple of wonderful guys. So check them out, subscribe, tune in, join the conversation, the Forum Podcast, and my buddies. All right.
Absolutely. So up ahead, it's rock trivia and another chance for you to win.
That's right. We do have another chance to win. And if you would like to be a winner, it's not that hard to do. Joe, we're going to have to start changing our rules up because I think we need to start putting out, because I've been putting out more and more videos. So people who are commenting in the videos, we're keeping track of. I think now to the point that we're putting out so many videos that we probably need to find a direction. So if anybody has any suggestions as to how we can get people into the Wheel of Wild Ones and to the drawing at the end, what should people have to do? What do you think, Joe?
Well, at the moment, all we're asking them is to simply pop a comment in any of the videos that you produce during the week on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is, because it's so much easier to communicate through Facebook, I think we'll focus on the Bill Austin Media, the Wild Bill's World Facebook page from here on out. And we just really focus on that, send people there, get them to sign up. I think that's going to be our that. And then, of course, BillAustinMedia.com. So, those are the two most important places, I think, for people to connect with. So we'll work on that. We will think of what we can do maybe between now and next Sunday. Everybody that goes and puts a comment on the Facebook page for Wild Bill's World Facebook page, we will go ahead and, put you in the drawing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Wild Bill's World's Rock Trivia on the Sunday Showdown.
That sounds like that cartoon guy, that Sam, Yolson Sam, whatever his name is. You darn tootin', there's a murder.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam, that's the guy's
Yeah,
name.
I
Yeah,
know my
was,
cartoon characters.
yeah, I didn't pay much attention to I've lost a few things here since.
I know. Yes.
I'm lucky to
So
remember Bugs Bunny's name. Give me a break. All righty.
I always
So
do.
we do. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for Rock Trivia. This is where we give you the chance to go ahead and win a prize. And for the time being, we've got some great prizes. Tonight's going to be an album and a sticker. We got albums and stickers. Oh my! And so anyway, if you know the answer to this question, it's going to be easy. Just put the answer in the comment section.
We ready for this question?
I'm ready, Freddie. All right, pay attention, children.
So on March the 22nd, 1980, which legendary British rock band began a 4-week run at number 1 on the US singles chart with their only number 1 hit?
Ooh, okay. So here we go. March 22nd, 1980, which legendary British rock band began a 4-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with their only number 1 hit? And they are popular. So it's surprising that they only had one number 1 hit. All right.
I know. I can't get over that, actually.
If you didn't know it,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think it, but it's
No.
true. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a hint. The song was labeled Part 2 because it was the second of 3 distinct songs within the same name on the same album. And Joe, tell them about the album.
So the album wasn't a regular album. It was a concept album about the abandonment felt after a man's father died in World War II.
That's right.
That's
The guy
even deeper
the guy
now.
felt so sad for the abandonment. And that abandonment, that feeling would represent the very first building block, all right, which is just another block, including abusive school teachers and other things that caused him to be the way he is.
They tell us we don't need any education either.
That's what they say. We'll find out. If you know the answer, drop it down in the comment section. We'll give you a free Peachy Keen album. How's that sound?
That sounds like an amazing idea.
Until then, we have to say thank you to the people that make this possible. Joe, who is it that helps make this possible?
Oh, no matter why.
Stay tuned for chances to win. The Wild Ones drawing is coming up right now, though. Tell us, Joe.
So whether you want to build mental resilience or just need a boost of support, Nomadifi has plenty of uplifting advice and positive energy. And you can also check out all the details on the Keen Source at BillAustinMedia.com.
That's right. And stay tuned for chances to win with the Wild Ones drawing. Right now, though, what else do we got? We've got we've got to tell people about the people who support and what we have, because we've got the drawing coming up next. It's time for the giveaway club, Joe.
We have.
What do you think about that? Time for the giveaway club here next. We're almost there, and before
We've
we
got
get
an
there,
answer. We've got an answer.
oh, we do. We get an answer. We get an answer. Another brick in the wall.
Well, we've got another brick.
Another briquet. That's all right. Look,
Brick.
I'm not good at typing either. Well, congratulations, Deb Miller. You're right. It was another brick in the wall. Part 2 from Pink Floyd. And yeah, it was a concept album. That's what they call that. So congratulations. All righty. So as we move along, one more thing to talk about here in just a minute. But before we get to that, and before we get to the drawing, I want to say congratulations to the West Virginia University girls, women. Well, I say girls, but
Oh, they're
when
amazing.
you're old, everybody's kids, right? But the women's basketball team, who have done an amazing job. We told you last week that they won the Big 12, right? So we knew that, and how amazing that was that they won the Big 12. And that gave them a top 16, that made them in the top 16 seed. So they get to host the first two games of the NCAA playoffs. First of all, they get, the first round's a bye. But then they get the first round, and they had that Saturday and a sold out crowd, and they beat the team they were playing by 30 some points. They just blistered them. The Coliseum was sold out. And so now they will play, they are number 4 in the bracket. They will play number 5 Kentucky at the Coliseum, at Hope Coliseum in Morgantown tomorrow night. And man, if they win, it will be off to the Sweet 16. And so we wish the girls luck. We watch them. I'm a faithful follower of Mountaineer sports and of Marshall sports too. If the girls, the Marshall's women team was doing this, we'd be rooting for them as well. So, but anyway, WVU women's basketball team doing very, very well. All right, we do have the giveaway club coming up next. Make sure that you do check out Kofi.com and our contact page at BillAustinMedia.com. You can find it there, the link. Also, we want to tell people exactly what we have going on during the week. I do a radio show at 105 The Track. 105 The Track is a radio station that is in the All-Inclusive Radio Network, which we also have 93 Beats, the Beats 93. We have Symphony Radio. We have DC the DJ. We also have the Shark. So there's 8 other radio stations beside the track, and you can always tune those in and check those out. And, that's one of the things that I do. I do a normal radio show there every week, every day, every night. Like tonight's going to be my beginning where we kick off the radio show. And so, we've got that coming up tonight. So, all righty, let's see. Everything, I think we got one more thing to do.
We have to
Do want to
spin
show
that
you
wheel.
guys. We told you that we would tell you about this. This is at BillAustinMedia.com. And if you go there, you can click on this. And I hope you just saw it. You can click on this very first thing. And if you go on your phone and you go through your browser, it'll be the first one pop up. This is the Bill Austin Radio Network. We told you last week that we were gonna have a really big announcement this week, and this is it. Go to BillAustinMedia.com, click the radio network, and you're going to find 5, count them, 5 radio stations from this guy right here. He is the mastermind behind the radio station. So I wanted to cover these, Joe. So let's tell people exactly what these radio stations play and what they do. Let's start with the highest number and go down. What do you think?
You can do if you wish to.
All righty. So 103.5 The Pulse. Tell them what we play there, Joe.
I'm only really interested in 97.7.
I know that's the one that you listen to, but 103 The Pulse is
103 The Pulse. Is it pop?
it's hip hop and
Hip hop.
Motown.
Okay, there you go.
So-
I knew I'd get it wrong.
Right. That's okay.
Thanks for putting me under the spot
I-
again.
Sorry about that. So here's what you click when you click on the pulse. You're going to see our logo, and you can go here and you can click play, and you can play. You can make requests and all that. So anyway, that is the Pulse, 103.5 The Pulse. There's also 102 The Peach. Everybody knows about that, or you should know. It's a variety of music. 99.1 The Revolution is all about country. That's our country music station. It's your country music revolution. 24 hours a day. 97.7, 97.7 The Island. Joe, you named this one. Tell them what it is.
It's reggae.
It's reggae. It is.
Yeah. Nice
Reggae
and
radio.
chilled.
And then we finally have the Dirty Bird at 94.9, the Dirty Bird radio. It is pop rock radio. And so we have been working tirelessly over the last 2 weeks, and really before that, counting all of the music that we put together, that we have to put together for these radio stations and all of the stuff. It's been I know we've got thousands of hours into this. So we hope you will check out the Bill Austin Radio Network. I call it the Barn, where we were born in the barn. Go out, check it out. Check out your favorite. If you like soul and hip hop, you'll like the Pulse. If you like reggae, you'll like the Island. If you like a variety, take care of the Peach. The Dirty Bird has pop, and the Revolution's country. So I think we've got something for everybody. And anyway, wanted to let people know that's exactly what's going on. That's what's happening. And that's why we've been so busy with so many things. Right, Joe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've been working. You could see Joe before the show. She's sitting there and she's like, keeps yawning. She's like, I'm tired. I'm like, my God, no wonder everything that we do every week. Alrighty, including the Wheel of Prizes, which is what we're going to do now.
Here we go. Let's get it done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Prizes. If you can support us, we appreciate that. You can go to BillAustinMedia.com, or you can use the QR code on the screen and go to our Ko-fi page. And you can support us in a many number of ways. You can buy music from the Peachy Keen Experience. You can also sponsor shows, radio commercials for the radio stations. It's all there. I mean, we've done a lot of work to get things together for this. So check it out. We appreciate any type of support that we get. And like we say, I think we just came up with the idea on the fly tonight that anybody who can go to Bill Austin Media and go to the Wild Bill's World Facebook page and sign up there. Go ahead and just leave a comment. We'll put you in the drawing. Are you ready, Joe, for the drawing?
Absolutely.
All right. Last week it was David Sanders, my buddy Dave. Dave, I met in a training program when we worked for the state about 12, 13 years ago. We were in a training class together. And anyway, super good guy. So he was our winner from last week. Are you ready to see who the winner is from this week, Joe?
You can spin.
You want me to spin?
You can spin.
All righty. I know. People think I fixed this thing, but I don't. I don't. It's whoever gets it, gets it. Now, whoever answers, whoever thinks, John Campbell. My
John
buddy
Campbell.
John. All right, John, you've got a week to let us know that you heard your name or that somebody heard your name. So that we can get you out a
Nice
gift
one,
certificate.
John.
Yeah, good job, buddy. John and I are really good friends, and we have a mutual interest in the hemp industry, bringing the hemp industry into West Virginia, and trying to get people to grow hemp, trying to get the cannabis industry in here. Because everybody else around us is doing it. All the other states are, and we're the last one as usual. You know, we have people at the legislature who think it's important to pass legislation on whole milk and not to help people. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, that's what we have going on. John, you've got a week to get in touch with us. Let us know that you heard your name. And folks, if you want to get in on the action, you can do that. Wild Bill's World and the Wild Bill's World on Facebook. Yeah. That's what we got. All right. I think we got everything. Right, Joe?
I think so. I think we have.
I don't know how much more that we have here to do. I think that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
That is it.
we want to remind everybody to check out the Call of Duty live stream. That's weekdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, when Joe and I take on all of the evildoers of the world. They're
And hopefully-
evildoers, those evildoers.
We'll do better this week.
Yeah, we'll have a better week this week with our Call
I
of
hope
Duty. So
so.
check us out and do that. Also, if you're up late night and you cannot sleep, 105thetrack.com. Check out my midnight show. It's called No Boundaries, and indeed, you will see why it's called No Boundaries. I don't think when they named it No Boundaries, I'm not quite sure they understood the implications.
Well,
But I make
especially
fart
with
jokes and
you.
all. I
Yes.
make fart jokes and all kinds of things. That's on the overnight show tonight. So want to make sure everybody checks that out, and then of course check out all of our radio stations at BillAustinMedia.com. And tell us. I tell you what, if we get anybody who can go to Wild Bill's World on Facebook, and you can find that. I'll make sure the link's on BillAustinMedia.com. But you go to Wild Bill's World on Facebook and put down your favorite radio station, what your favorite radio station is, and we'll put you in the Wheel of Prizes for next week. How's that sound?
That sounds like a great idea.
I like coming up with ideas on the fly, right? All right, folks, it is the Keen Source at BillAustinMedia.com for all of our sponsors. Joe, thank you very much for all you do. Joe puts in hours and hours and hours and hours and is our sole supporter and is our main supporter of everything that we do. So I appreciate you, my sister from another mister. All righty, everybody. Have a great evening. We'll see you next week.
We're so sorry now to have to say goodbye. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment to express our heartfelt gratitude has arrived. Thank you for watching Wild Bill's World, where the absurd always meets the extraordinary. Thanks to you, we've had unforgettable moments, like when Wild Bill skydived into a pool of jello and juggled flaming torches while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. We're grateful to Moses Ferguson, our ancient news anchor. Grandpa Moses, winner of the Most Likely to Fall Asleep Mid-Sentence Award, will have more next week. More music history, wisdom, and a more snoring through breaking news. A big thank you to Peachy Keen, the hippie warrior keeping the 70s alive. Peachy, who snagged the Most Likely to Sing Flat Award, brought joy with every performance and thrilled us with Name That Tune performed by the Peachy Keen Experience. Our gratitude extends to Jerry King, Bill Austin Media Editorial Board President. Crowned the king of dad jokes and awkward silences, he made us laugh and cringe. If you didn't laugh, you at least cringed laughably hard. For sports, we thank you for supporting Colonel Keane, the Call of Duty champ. Holder of the Most Likely to Yell at his Screen Award, he amazed us with his gaming skills. With over 840,000 kills, he tackled virtual enemies and his own temper. Finally, thanks to Big Daddy G and Diggity Dog for their hemp health tips, winners of the We Swear This Health Advice is Legit award, they made us laugh while reviewing hemp products. And don't forget General Joe, our fearless sidekick, keeping the chaos in check. Find all our information at BillAustinMedia.com. Please share our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of Wild Bill's World. Here's to you, our incredible audience. Until next week, stay wild.
Started out with just a dream, a camera in my hand. Wanted to show the world the stories of this man, but I needed more than me, so I found a crazy crew. Grandpa Moses, Fowler's Twump, and the rest came through. We're rolling on, cameras always running, living out the stories that we're dreaming up and loving. Every day's a new scene, every night's a show. On this wild ride called life, we're letting the world know. Grandpa Moses with his wisdom, slow but full of fire, tells the tales of yesteryears, never seems to tire. Fowler's Twomp's a talker, thinks he knows it all, but when the camera's on, you know we're having a ball. Colonel Keen's the mastermind, plans it all ahead, but when the script goes sideways, he's full of dread. Jerry King's the jokester, always with a grin, but it's Big Daddy G who steals the scene, makes the madness begin. We're rolling on, cameras always running, living out the stories that we're dreaming up and loving. Every day's a new scene, every night's a show. On this wild ride called